Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my February 2022 digital marketing career walkthrough video, where I am going to walk you through just a handful of the nearly 300,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States. This is a crazy amount of open jobs, guys. Remember, before 2020, the most I'd ever seen was 60,000 open jobs a day. Now it's like almost 5 times that amount. This is in the US. If you're an international subscriber, I just want to let you know I'm going to do a international walkthrough video with the Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and a couple other countries in the near future. But for now, we're focusing on the US. That's where most of my subscribers are from. And let's get right into it. So in this walkthrough video, I'm also going to highlight LinkedIn Premium as another tool to decipher and understand these job postings. Remember, my whole point with these walkthrough videos is to inspire you, give you just a small sampling of what the opportunities that are out there, and also teach you how to read between the lines of these job postings. So this is an entry-level position, digital marketing manager, remote, 107 applicants 1 week ago. SEO, SEM, which means, paid search management, Google Ads, SEM, paid social display advertising, strategic, tactical, paid media marketing plans for Google, Bing, blah, blah, blah. Bachelor's degree in community. Yeah, again, bachelor's degree, not necessary. You've seen enough of my testimonials to know if you have one, great. If you don't, do not let that stop you. Now, what I think is really interesting is that it says 3+ years digital marketing experience, and then it says familiarity with best practices. Well, if you have 3 years of digital marketing experience, wouldn't you have familiarity with best practices? This is, again, one of those little, details where you don't have to have every single thing that they say in the job posting. And sometimes there's clues that are saying, hey, we say 3+ years, but we'll take you even if you don't have that much. Familiarity with best practices, experience managing paid campaigns, etc., etc. Now, as I've always said to you guys, never be afraid to apply to these jobs that you don't think that you're qualified for, because you're going to have, most people do experience imposter syndrome, but I'm telling you, you'll be surprised by the response you get because of the lack of skilled workers. Remember, guys, most marketing programs are still not teaching digital. Digital is an elective. So there are all these jobs and all of these 107 people applying. You probably stand out and are more qualified than most of them. Now, here's what I want to show you, and I'm going to do this in a couple of these examples. LinkedIn Premium allows you to see what skills other applicants have. Now, what's really interesting about this is that this is a SEO, SEM, paid social, display advertising position, very clearly indicated in the job posting. What skills do people have when they apply? Online advertising, which is very general, very general. Search engine management, that's good, that's Google Ads. But I want to point out that a lot of the other skill sets that people have here are things like Adobe Premiere, leadership, Microsoft PowerPoint, event planning, graphic design, and consumer services. Guys, this is an indication that the people applying are really not qualified. I mean, they likely do not know what SEO, I don't even see SEO listed on here. And that's one of the things that they mention up here. Paid social, which would be Facebook ads, not listed here. This paints such a clear picture of the kinds of applications I would get when I was hiring. You get people that they will put on their resume or their LinkedIn profile things like leadership and graphic design and think it somehow translate to a very analytical digital marketing manager position. It doesn't. That's how my students stand out. Now, even if everybody applying has the skill sets, I say, of course, apply. But sometimes I think this should give you a little more confidence to see that, oh my God, I really have skill sets that these other applicants don't. Here is one with, now this is a little teachable moment, because remember, guys, I like to teach you every aspect of the whole hiring process, the stuff they never teach you in school. Now, this is a $50,000 to $60,000 a year job. Now, one of the interesting things is they say minimum 5 years of experience in digital marketing. That is insanely incongruent. Now, $50,000 is entry level at this point in time. I've had more students this year get hired for entry level jobs paying $50,000 or $60,000 than ever. By the time you're 5 years into your career, you're at 6 figures. So it either means that this company is going to underpay people, or they just don't understand the market. What is that? And what do I want to show you? I want to show you with LinkedIn Premium, you can see that out of 45 applicants, almost nobody has digital marketing skills. Okay, online advertising, again, very general. People who put online advertising, that's not the same as someone who puts in the specifics of something like PPC, SEM, analytics, SEO. Online advertising, anybody can put that on their LinkedIn. It doesn't really mean that much. But you got things like PowerPoint, press releases, newsletters, go-to meetings, social networking, editorial, global logistics. What does that mean? That even though they want somebody who's going to do, digital media buying and execute campaigns, out of these 45 people, I bet you not even one of them has the qualifications that you have. And you could show up and you'd say, look, I've got, my few months of experience. They're going to have to get that they're not going to get a person with 5 years of experience for this salary. But they can get a really talented, driven person like you, and a lot of my students get jobs that way. By the way, I wanted to point out, I was very pumped today because two of my students on the same day, Andrew and, Philip, both got jobs on the same day. I think it's really awesome how it happens. Things happen at, it looks like it was within 3 hours they posted. Andrew posted, and then Philip posted. He actually got 2 offer letters at once, and Philip did the course while he has 3 kids and a wife, and he is doing fantastic. I'm going to end up interviewing these guys. But again, it always excites me when I'm able to help people change their lives, and and this is where it starts. So let's go back to the job posting. Digital marketing manager. Now, this one's in Buffalo, and if I see Buffalo or Rochester, I always pick those because I'm from Rochester. But Buffalo is one of these. It's a really good example of a good city to get a digital marketing job in. Why? Because Buffalo, Rochester, Boise, Idaho, Wichita, Kansas, I don't know. These are like small cities that do not have a ton of talent. So these guys have had 97 applicants, and the job posting's been up for a month. SEO, search ad, display ad. I'm pretty much guarantee that they have not getting, obviously they haven't found the candidate they want because it's been out for a month. They've had 97 applicants and they haven't hired anybody yet. So this is definitely the type of job that I would apply for, especially if you're in one of those smaller cities. Here's one, Salt Lake City, another great city to apply in. Let's see, SEO, SEM, lead generation, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. I have so many tabs open, I sometimes lose track of which is which. But this is, SEO, SEM, lead generation. In person, obviously you have, now for this job, remember guys, there's more remote positions than ever. But some of them are on site. So this one's in Salt Lake City. And again, out of the 15 applicants, digital marketing, again, nobody put in a specific skill set of SEO, PPC, analytics or anything like that. They've got like branding, debate, strategy, public relations. Again, guys, so what does that mean? It means people with backgrounds that are not in digital are applying for this job. And that means, again, this is why you will get a call back if you follow all the instructions in the course. Here's one, digital marketing specialist, paid media. This is another remote position. This is driving paid digital leads, paid search, native advertising, paid social, which is Facebook ads. And here's what I wanted to show you guys. You're going to see this a lot. 1 to 5 years of paid experience. Okay. I just want you to think about how crazy that is. I can't think of another field where they would have a job posting like that. You're not going to like hire a doctor with that kind of a crazy range of experience. Okay. 1 to 5 years. Think of 1 to 5 years of experience in karate. If you're playing piano, if you're in high school, right? Your first year, you're a freshman. Your 4th year, you're a senior. It's so different. And as I've said before, someone who's got 5 years paid search experience is going to be making over 6 figures. So my point is, these companies are throwing out a net because they cannot find the talent because the colleges do not teach digital. They still think it's an elective. They're still being taught by these professors who are 100 years old. That is the opportunity. So when you see 1 to 5 years experience, just know that is an indication that they would like to have somebody with a lot of experience, but they are open to hiring people with less experience. They've had a ton of applicants. I think it looks like some of the applicants do have the skill sets that they want, which is great for them. But I still say apply for this because it's still such a small subset of the population that actually has these skill sets. When you see these things, this kind of a range, apply for that job. And also when you see things like energetic, creative, roll up your sleeves, entrepreneurial, self-starter, Google certification. These also, again, indicate that this is going to be one of those dynamic workplaces where they're probably going to offer you a lot of training, and they want somebody who's high energy and a self-starter, and they probably don't really care about a degree, which actually I don't even see the degree on here. Paid search specialist, remote. 1 week ago, 64 applicants. San Luis Obispo. Of course they're remote because nobody lives in San Luis Obispo except for college students. Curious problem solvers. So this is a really interesting thing. And I think one of the reasons they have 64 applicants is probably because it doesn't really in the beginning say what the paid search specialist is doing. It just talks about the culture, which people want remote jobs right now. Acronyms like CTR, CPL, CPC, part of your native language. Not only can you speak PPC, you can translate it to an 8th grader. Guys, what do I teach you in the course? How to speak the digital marketing language, how to speak the language and make it accessible. This is what you do with your clients. You try to take a complicated concept and make it accessible. And that's how I like to teach in the course. That's why I make my videos fun. You're so fluent that Google Ads certified you. I like the kind of culture, the kind of tone of this job posting. It looks like a fun type of place. Testing, optimizing, collaborating. You're on a team. This looks like a really good place, actually, guys. I would check this out. Aetna Interactive. Okay, jumping over to the next one. I like to talk, so I'm trying to jump from one to another so that I'm able to squeeze more into these videos without talking for 2 hours. 6 days ago, digital marketing specialist, remote, innovative ed tech organization. That's cool. Managed paid advertising campaigns on Google AdWords, LinkedIn, and Facebook. This is what you guys learned in the course. Now, here's the interesting thing. I'm going to point this out in the next few opportunities here. And you've heard it again and again, and I'm repeating it in this video. Even if it says 3 to 5 years of experience, you should apply anyway. Many of my students have gotten jobs that say 3 to 5 years of experience. But now with LinkedIn Premium, if you do happen to have that, check out this one. Look at the competition. So 35 applicants, digital marketing, which is, again, very broad, not a specific thing considering what they want. They want you to do paid search. And it says digital marketing advertising. Now people are doing leadership, Excel, analytics skills, virtual collaboration, web conferencing, content strategy, Guys, I'm telling you, like when I look at people's resumes and they have things like leadership and analytical skills, these very general things, or like customer service. I mean, this is just, again, indications of resumes that are not going to get attention. But when you do your resume the way I show you in the course, that is how you will get a call back, even if it says 3 to 5 years of experience. So that experience with Google Analytics. I like that. Experience that. Again, what do you get in the program? Experience with Google Ads platforms. That's another, again, 3 to 5 years of integrated digital marketing experience, but experience with ad platforms. You have that experience from doing the course. And you probably have more than most of these people who are putting like leadership or, web conferencing on their LinkedIn. Here is another one. This was the other one I want to point out. So this is Bed Bath & Beyond, right? So they have a couple postings out there. Now, they are, again, saying minimum 5 years proven SEM experience, minimum 2 years proven SEM experience. But again, I don't know if it has to do with the salary or what it is, but look at your, first of all, only 34 applicants for Bed Bath & Beyond, which I think is kind of interesting because Bed Bath & Beyond is a pretty big company. Microsoft Excel, event planning, teamwork, problem solving, Microsoft Office, and leadership. And then online advertising, which again, very general. So like this is why you would stand out anyway. Plus, it looks like even though it says they want 5 years experience, the people who are applying are mostly entry-level applicants, and you will blow them away with the stuff you learn in the course. Again, guys, when people... Like if you're at 5 years of experience, you're not going to be, also it says associate, like that's a term that it's definitely not a senior term. If you have 5 years of experience, you're not applying for an associate position. That's probably why they're not getting. And if these guys had actually had somebody in HR that knew what they were doing, they would change maybe the job title, or maybe the job is misrepresenting itself. Again, like they don't really need somebody with 5 years of experience. But the more time you spend applying and getting interviews, the better you get at this, guys. You get really good at it. Here's one at Kroll, United States Remote. A week ago, 69 applicants. This is cyber risk marketing team. You're going to report to somebody in London, but it looks like it's a U.S.-based job. Planning and execution of global digital marketing strategies, strategic SEM, SEO initiatives, bachelor's degree or equivalent experience in marketing. or equivalent. That's what it means, equivalent experience. 2 years, and again, 2 years experience. Remember, guys, 2 years experience. I mean, I want you to apply for every job pretty much, unless it's like head of, VP of digital marketing for giant agency with $10 million of ad spend a month, required, which you're not going to see that job posting. But 2 years experience. And then when it says desirable Google Ads or analytics certification, desirable, dude, if you have 2 years of experience in digital marketing, you will be certified. Again, I've used this analogy 100 times. I'm using it again. If you're going to hire a truck driver, you don't say license preferred. You say required. And if you're a professional paid search manager, you have certification. So that's, again, another indication that they are open to people with less experience. Let's see, additional language skills. If you guys are bilingual, that's pretty cool. And once again, guys, 69 applicants. These are the skill sets on the other applicants' submissions. Adobe Premiere Pro, PowerPoint, project management, graphic design, finance, social networking, leadership, team leadership, administration, and Drupal. Again, people thinking that coding has something to do with SEM or SEO. It does not. And now once you've seen that, I mean, I think if you're if you're applying for jobs, this is a good intelligence tool that I, just started, pointing out to you guys. But if you can really see in black and white that everybody else applying has totally irrelevant skill sets like video editing, PowerPoint, leadership, graphic design, you should feel just so darn confident if you've done everything in my course and put together the projects and SEO and SEM. You should bring that confidence to your application and to the interview, because they're going to be so excited to talk to you after seeing 69 applications with graphic design in the skill set. Okay, digital marketing specialist, Blue Tent, 6 days ago, over 200 applicants. Why is this such a popular posting? Well, it's probably because it's remote, and it says right in here, some SEO experience is a plus, but a willingness to learn will go a long way. Which, they're saying this, and I think that's why you're applying. But I want you to imagine that every single job posting says this, guys. Okay? Even if it says 3 years experience, they really mean this. Think that in your head. So this is a really good opportunity for any of you guys in my course who are interested in SEO, because they lay out exactly the stuff that we do in the course, which is SEO setups for new website builds, on-page optimizations. They talk about site audits. And again, if you come in, to this job application with your site audit the way I teach in the course, you will definitely stand out. Looks like some of the other applicants do have SEO experience, which is great. But again, when you see customer service, communication, teamwork, strategy, HubSpot is actually related to SEO, but problem solving, again, I would still say that means a majority of these 200 applications they're getting are not relevant. So you can really stand out and be their hero and show that you know how to do SEO with site audits. This one is at ACI Worldwide in Boston. It's also remote. It has 146 applicants 3 weeks ago. Again, remote jobs are going to have more applicants. Lead generation campaigns. Now, this is interesting because it says lead generation campaigns, but they don't actually say on what platform. They don't say if it's paid search, if it's paid social, if it's SEO. So that's something you could bring to the application. You kind of have to guess. That may be why they're still hiring after 3 weeks, because whoever's in HR didn't really write the job posting up great. But again, whenever you see a job posting that isn't perfect, I think this is a really good opportunity for you to ask questions. When you come in or when you apply, you say, hey, here's my experience with SEM, SEO. It didn't specify, but here's what I know how to do. What are you guys looking for? 2+ years hands-on experience. Again, not really. And then again, look at the skill sets that all the 146 people have here. Excel, leadership, marketing, customer service, communication, time management, social, and then social media marketing, which usually it's not the same thing as lead generation. But when you see things like leadership and customer service and time management in the competitors, plus the fact that it looks like most of the applicants are in fact entry level, which is what they should be, given that it's under entry level, you should know that you have a really good shot of getting some engagement from a job posting like this. This is Digital Marketing Associate, Creative Circle, Columbus, Ohio, remote. Good thing it's remote because, again, Columbus is not a big city, not a lot of talent there. Creative Circle, guys, remember when you see Creative Circle or any other employment agency, what does that mean? It means they are your friends. If they see you have these skill sets, connect with that recruiter. They want to get you hired because that's how they get paid. They get paid a percentage of anybody they place in a job. So I always recommend all you guys sign up with all of the temp agencies that you can. So here's another interesting thing. SEO strategy and SEM. So again, some of these jobs, they want you to do SEO and SEM, or at least have knowledge of both. Google Analytics, A/B testing. Now here's what's interesting is I do see Google Analytics in here and online advertising, which is very general, but then you've also got the time management, Microsoft Excel, creativity skills, but nothing about SEM or SEO. No, there's none of the 18 other people who applied have SEM or SEO. So again, you can definitely be this recruiter's knight in shining armor, if you will. This is 3 weeks ago, over 200 applicants. Now, of course, it's a virtual 4-day work week. Who isn't going to apply to this? I think somebody who has like an interpretive dance degree would apply for this job because of that. Experience with SEM tools, Google Analytics, Search Console, etc. Internal communications, coordinates reporting. So this looks like it's maybe more of a coordinator position, which is actually, again, this is a much lower bar for entry because you may not actually be managing accounts. You may just be supporting people who are managing accounts. But let's see. So some of the people here. So this is what's really interesting, guys. This is SEM. This is paid search. This is Google Ads. They did throw Google Search Console in there, which is, again, sometimes you don't know exactly what's going on in the minds of the people that are posting these because they're mentioning, okay, now I do see it says SEO here. Okay. The point is that you've got digital marketing, Google Analytics, but then you've also got Adobe Premiere Pro, which has nothing to do with this. You've got graphic design, which has nothing to do with this. You have Adobe Illustrator, which has nothing to do with this. Public speaking, which has nothing to do with this. And some people do have search engine optimization. The point is, out of the 256 people applying, you will stand out. Okay, let's jump over to this paid digital marketing analyst position. This is an incredibly valuable example, a really good case study in how a job posting's wording will affect applications. So this has been up for 3 weeks. It's a remote job. It's had over 200 applicants. But this is a paid digital marketing job. But look how they've described it. Look how they've worded it. You have 2 to 4 years of professional experience in the workplace. That could be anything. Like been an executive assistant. You studied engineering, math, and marketing in school. You're innately curious. You enjoy getting your hands dirty with data, creative problem solving. Exactly how I described this job, right? Creative and analytical, self-motivated. They're describing personality. They haven't mentioned a single hard skill. That is why they have over 200 applicants. But in reality, what they are trying to find is somebody for paid digital marketing, which is search, social, shopping, and display, what I teach in the course. Now, what's really interesting is, guys, is that if you look at the applications, I want you to look. Nobody who has applied, like literally nobody has any digital marketing skills. People are talking about customer service, higher education, public speaking, curriculum development. They worded this so strangely, but what it speaks to is the fact that I think they know that it's hard to find PPC and SEO specialists. So they're like, well, let's describe the qualities of those people and we'll provide training. My point is this job, I actually want, if you're in my course and you are watching this walkthrough video, I want you to apply to this company, Working Planet Marketing Group. In fact, I'm going to post about this in the Facebook group. I want you to tell me the response because I'm very confident you will get a response because you are going to be coming to them with actual experience, with hands-on experience with Google Ads, understanding of account structure. You're certified. You have a spreadsheet or a assignment. You actually understand the skills. You are not coming to them with customer service, public speaking, curriculum development, event planning, or any of this irrelevant stuff. And I can pretty much guarantee you, because I've been there, they are going blind with 239 applications. They are like, it's like being on a dating site and you're getting, I don't know, matches that you don't like or something like that. You will stand out so much. So I'd really love for somebody, if you're in my course and you apply to this opportunity, tell me what happens. I would be very surprised if you followed everything in my course, you've changed your resume, done all the projects, that you do not hear back from them. But look for similarly worded posts, because it's going to be attracting very broad group of people who do not have any skills, and that's how you stand out. Digital marketing specialist, American Eagle, web design development, digital marketing agency, campaign strategies, 1 to 3 years of experience. Remember what do I always say, guys? When you see 1 to 3 years of experience, that is an immediate green light. Apply for that. Experience managing and leading SEO and SEM initiatives. Experience with a variety of tools. When you do the course, what do you get? You get experience with all of these tools. And once again, some people out of the 20 applicants do have search engine optimization, or they say they're digital marketing, but they're also people with customer service, PowerPoint, sales experience. Okay, none of these things. You will stand out. Apply to these guys. This one, Entrada, Lehigh, Utah, associate digital marketing consultant, SEO, PPC, and again, 1 year of experience, and experience. So when you see just 1 year of experience, again, that is a good green light. And again, nobody has any actual digital marketing experience. Leadership, Microsoft Word, Adobe Illustrator, customer service. Guys, apply for these positions. Follow what I teach in the course. You will get callbacks, just like these guys. So I wanted to end the walkthrough video with a couple of agency opportunities. And you know, guys, remember in the course, I have a list of over 100 agencies that are almost always hiring, and it's just a matter of using Google. That's how I found this Hive Digital technical SEO expert position. Now, I want to give you a few insights inside of this job posting. Now, this job posting talks about UX, user interface on site rankings, JavaScript rendering issues. Now, I don't talk a lot about JavaScript, but here's a couple of pointers. Number one, if you know most of the things in a job posting, but there's like one thing that you don't understand, learn it, go on Google, figure it out, and then add it to your resume. But the other thing is, even if you don't have, again, all the bullet points on a job posting, you should apply anyway. I've said that before, but I want you to look for the culture and the tone of an agency. Now, the way that this job posting is written is kind of fun. Talks about they want someone to challenge ideas and processes to improve our team and agency, someone we can push. Sounds like a very collaborative environment. But it also says, what I like here is, it says, we expect you to overlook our ridiculous lack of consistency with bullet point usage and proper grammar in this job description. Okay, we wear as many hats as needed. And then at the end, it says a few things that are deal breakers. Assholes are not allowed. People without a passion, people who aren't interested in making the world a better place. I just as I read this job posting, and you can tell, again, it's not saying you need to have this certification, that certification. It's like they want somebody who can speak the language and has done technical SEO before. So if this is like the first job you're applying to, it might not be the right one for you. But if once you've done a couple of audits, it might be. But even if it isn't, I would apply. And you say things like, look, this looks like a great place to work. And when you make those cover letters, like I teach you in the course, or even if you're not taking my course, you're in some other field, get personal, get real with them. Don't make it up. I think your agency is great because you have such a great vision. Nobody wants to hear that. It's nonsense. But if you're like, this job posting was hilarious, it made my day, and I think, and it even says we expect you to have a sense of humor, then you can maybe bring some humor into your cover letter. But when you see that a company has that kind of a culture, it's like, hey, this is a place I genuinely would like to work. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I can offer you. And even if I'm not qualified, please, keep me in mind. And usually what happens is they will say something. They will either bring you in for an interview, or they will say, we're not interested right now, but we'll keep you on file, and they will get back to you. It's not like other fields where they take your resume and throw it in the garbage. People have had that happen. They've come back to jobs later or been contacted later and gotten the jobs at that point. There's also other jobs at this agency. This is a paid search analyst one with 2 years of experience. And once again, as I always say, 2 years experience means they're probably open to people with much less experience. But again, look for the culture of the places that you're applying to. Here's another one, single throw marketing. Again, I just found it through a Google search. Researching and implementing keyword strategies. This is an SEO specialist position. And what I like, what it says here is, an ideal candidate for this position has a background in client communication and related skills and is analytical. And they want to know about your thought process. What have my students always said in job interviews? They want to know about your thought process. It talks about writing, editing, and proofreading content for optimization, keyword strategies. These are all things that you have from the course. So again, I think this is really this is interesting. And of course, this looks like this is a in-house opportunity. Again, guys, most of these jobs, so many of these jobs are remote, but I've had students, you know, if you're mobile and you move to a city just for the job, I think that's a really good idea too, because this job is better than college. Instead of paying money, you get paid to learn and grow your resume to leverage to your next position. So anyway, guys, that is a lot of jobs. So I hope that you found this educational and a little bit entertaining. As always, you can leave comments or questions below. If you're in the course, guys, just follow the steps. Make sure you're applying, customize your resumes, and I hope that the insights here help you, you know, be more confident and have more fun when you're applying for jobs. If you haven't taken the course yet, I invite you to check out my free webinar at digitalcareerblueprint.com. The link is below, or you can click the link below for the full training program that has helped thousands of people change their lives and get careers in digital marketing with no experience. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next month with another walkthrough video.